AC Starlord, aka Awesome. Welcome back to my channel. And this movie is a very special movie. This is Screamboat, based off of Steamboat Willie. And this is the same guy who plays Terrifier. He plays Steamboat Willie. This is also a movie that got made as public domain. That Steamboat Willie is now public domain from Disney's little short called Steamboat Willie. They do have another movie like this called Mousetrap. You can also look at a video up on my channel here. It wasn't as good as this one. This one is very, very good, cheesy horror film. It's very funny, hilarious. Some of the stuff in here and some of the kills in here are very strategic and very funny and very smart of how Steamboat Willie does them. Also, this has a interesting idea. Why don't we just take Peter Pan? Because I already did Peter Pan, Neverland, but we'll just do Peter Pan, and then we get Cinderella, we get we get Belle from Beauty and the Beast, we get Little Mermaid, we get Jasmine on the boat, and then we get a person that has a Dalmatians like little satchel, and then he ends up falling in love with her because the polka dots look like Minnie Mouse. And they use also Walt Disney. They also use Walt Disney in here, but they don't call him Walt Disney. It's called Walt D. And they're not afraid. This movie wasn't afraid to use the liberties of making fun of the iconic Steamboat Willie and the other Disney properties and turn it into this little twisted, cheesy horror film slasher. And some scenes you see Steamboat really short, really, really short, and some scenes where it's a close up, really, really big and really, really tall. It depends on what scene you're in and what frame of the camera of that scene is in, because that's where you show the dynamic of what Steamboat is. And they have a good, interesting backstory of they also in the backstory, they have a cartoon version of the actual Steamboat Willie in here, but a little bit more twisted looking. And they tell you the origin story. I don't want to give you too much out, but this movie is fantastic. It's even the kills were great. They were smart, like I said, smart and strategic. And some of them were just plain out funny. And some of the language, some of the stuff like language meaning like um 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 stuff in the script was hilarious. Like the Disney princesses, like I said, it would. I mean, Disney princesses said this actual thing was about to come up. I was about to say. Um, it is. It was Cinderella's birthday, so Cinderella says 1, 2, 3, 4, happy birthday, my hose, and it's hilarious. One black guy named Gabriel says cheese, say cheese, motherfucker, like stuff like that. The one-liners and just weird things that these people say in here. Um, and just the fact that you also hear the Steamboat Willie's whistle in the background um, by him whistling, it like his theme song, or you just hear little mouse noise out of the guy who plays Terrifier. The guy who plays Terrifier he also played in the Mean One. He plays a very good Steamboat Willie. It's fun to see this guy work and how he terrifies you and tries to make you laugh at the same time. I don't know why I haven't seen Terrifier. I should see Terrifier, but they say he's very funny as Art the Clown. But they also opened it up with the director and the guy who's playing Steamboat Willie behind me here. Look, without the makeup and all that stuff, he seems like a nice guy. He also seems like a very nerdy guy. And he seems like he enjoys what he's doing. He enjoyed playing Steamboat Willie in this movie. Um, you can also tell that everyone in this movie enjoyed playing this in this movie. This was some good cheesy fun. I would say it's better than Mousetrap. Mousetrap was very trying to be this, but Mousetrap had a small little view on there. It had Steamboat Willie play in the background, the guy, the manager, that little funplex that they kind of used as Disneyland, kind of. Um, he liked Steamboat Willie. He also had a Mickey Mouse mask, and he put the Mickey Mouse hat mask on and was possessed. And he started killing people, and there was also a birthday in there too. The main character's birthday in there too. But this one more uh more funnier and more better and more put out there. Even the cheesy New York accents they had in this was hilarious. Everything in this movie was just put good together. It was good also. It was very scary, but to me it wasn't because it was just very cheesy, good horror fun. And it wasn't it like it, you could be scared of this, but you don't have to be. But if you are scared of this and you do watch it for the scares, there were some good scares in there. The jump scares don't really come from Steamboat Willie. The jump scares come from the people that just randomly pop out in certain scenes where they're trying to talk and communicate with each other. But Steamboat really is really an interesting slasher killer in this. I'm just glad that they are also doing these Disney twisted characters because why not? Why not have fun with these? Why not have fun with them with public domain? Like you do have um Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey, one and part two. You have a Pooniverse, you have all this stuff. I don't think this is part of it. This is just a spin-off thing. But like this, so you have for me, you have um Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Part Two, and then Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, and then you have Peter Pan Neverland Nightmares, and then you have Steamboat Willie right up there. Those are the pinnacle of the movies that are very funny. I mean, they're very scary, very what is going on, and scary at the same time. Also a little bit funny at the same time. But like you're like looking at these like what's going on and why is this twisted fairy tale horror movies working like this, why they work this way, and you're looking at the people you're with, or if you're by yourself, and you're just thinking in your head, like, why is this working? Why is this working? Why is Steamboat working this way? Why is Winnie the Pooh working this way? Why is Peter Pan working this way? And then they're about to have Bambi, like, why is this working this way? Like, why is this working this way? It's just because people love to see this independent, cheesy horror films, and they're also not well put together, but I have to say sometimes they're the best. Like this one is the best out of even Mousetrap, but this one has to be like one of the best I've seen so far as a cheesy horror film and well made. And it's made by the same people that did Terrifier 1 and I mean Terrifier 2 and 3 and the mean one. So it's like well put together. The makeup, as you can see behind there, he looks actually like a black and white version of Steamboat Willie from the cartoon. It's like well put together, and they put this out thought they put their thoughts and they put it all together and put everything in this to make it seem like you're watching something from a universe that shouldn't exist or this should have been existed a long time ago, and it's finally being made, but it makes it feel like this has been around forever. So I enjoyed it. If you can find it in your local any local theaters, it's been 3 day. It was only a 3 day release at AMC, but if it's at Cinemark or if it's at Star Cinema Grill or the Alamo Theater or any theater that's still playing this independently, I highly recommend watching it and seeing it because it's good. It's good, cheesy fun. If you like cheesy fun, go see it. If you can't catch that in theaters, this will probably be on digital and on DVD, hopefully on Blu-ray, Steelbook, or 4K. But if you can't find it there, be digital, somewhere digital, or DVD at Walmart or something, because this is going to be released somehow, and it's going to be fun to watch. So that's all I got to say about this. So if you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and deuces.